Attention, attention. You are not crazy. I'm gonna start doing every beginning of every video with this disclaimer immediately, so you know you're not crazy. If you believe you're crazy, you're in the right place for me to tell you you're not crazy. As you are going through life, you're gonna hit towering moments. So what are towering moments? These are moments where you are breaking through the old. You are on the threshold of getting out of the old. And the old is taking hold. It doesn't want you to let go. The old identity. It could be victim mode. It could be I can't do this or I can't do that. And when you decide that you can, there's gonna be a ceiling. There's gonna be a towering moment that you gotta break through. And you can get through anything by getting through it, but you gotta go through it. The point is that once you get to that towering moment, it's gonna feel like death. It's gonna feel like you're losing something. And that is very on point to what is happening. Because you are breaking through to another reality where you're gonna gain a new identity, or you're gonna gain a new job, or you're gonna gain a new partner, or you're gonna gain a new body. Anything that you are elevating through, breaking through. And in order for you to get there, it has to be like a rocket ship that when it goes and reaches a certain point in the atmosphere, it needs to detach the engine thrusters, the boosters that got it up here, in order to shed the weight so you can weightlessly float in the atmosphere without fear in the atmosphere. This is what is happening. When you are the closest to change, it's gonna feel like dying. Why? Because changing is giving birth to something new. And every single time, two things always arise mutually. A Neo and an Angel Smith. A birth and a death. Destruction of Rome, society collapse, and new societies being formed on the other side of the planet. In one apartment, a woman is being beaten. A wall next door, children are having a birthday party. Things arise mutually. There's always duality in this world. This is why you have choice. This is needed for us to have choice. We need to be able to choose love or hate, change or stagnation. And if you're giving birth to a new version of you, the very peak, and I call those towering moments, I started to recognize them more and more in my life. And the more I recognize them, the more I can be like, hey man, like this is the towering moment. Yes, of course you feel like shit. That's good. You're not crazy, that's good. I had a talk with a buddy of mine, and he's a scientist, inventor, mad scientist like me in his own way, and also in a lot of similar ways as me. And he asked me, basically, he said, I'll be going through something, I'm creating something, building something with my hands, inventing something, and I will be looking at the thing that's coming through me as if it's insane. What is this? And what we talked about is basically, if things that are coming through you are making you cringe and look at them like, what is this? It means you are freshly birthing something that has never been seen in this life. And you are on point with life, with your potential of your life more than you can ever be. Because you are surprising yourself with what is coming through you. And in order for that to happen, you gotta feel like shit a little bit. Why? Because things first have to die in order for new things to be born, in order for new things to grow. Imagine it like you have a whole room, you've been hoarding things, and now you gotta go somewhere. And in order to go somewhere, you need to get rid of 70% of your clothes, most of your books, a lot of the food you didn't eat, you just gotta chuck it in the trash. You gotta clean everything. Maybe you gotta burn the whole thing down. Yeah, I don't know. It would be fun that whenever you're moving somewhere, you burn the entire house down before you go. That would be something very amusing to me. Like I'm moving countries and I just burn down the Airbnb that I was staying at. Just kind of like new chapter in my life. No, but this is our building. Nah. I'm leaving. And there's nothing leaving here. I'm leaving nothing here. So do that. When you are trying and elevating. I saw a bunch of videos lately about this. That it's like it's not this type of process. Ups and downs. Is that you go up and then you dip a little bit and then you go up and then you dip a little bit. But the dip is always higher than the last dip was. So you're constantly going up. You know, 2 steps forwards, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The step back feels like death. Why? Because you gotta die. You gotta die every day in order to be reborn every day. And it's gonna feel like shit. It's gonna feel like I'm worthless, I'm not progressing, I should be more of whatever, XYZ, put it in there. That is normal, that is not crazy, and the more you accept this, the more of a genius is gonna come out of you. The more you accept that whatever is coming through is okay if it feels shitty, if it feels... That's the peak moment, that's the towering moment, that's the pain of your head busting through the ceiling. You want to see what's on the other side, but it's gonna require a little bit of pain of that impact, head to the ceiling, if you're stubborn like I am, to get through. And we need to get through so we can go on. If you really want to live, not exist, if you want to live, you need to get used to the pain of breaking through. Because the pain of breaking through is your choice. The other side is the pain of not doing nothing. And it's the pain of staying the same. And you cannot be without pain in that sense. It's not about this life is all life is suffering. We all need to suffer. No, you don't need to suffer. Suffering is pain that you are not choosing. But the pain of a breakthrough moment is death that you are choosing. Because anything you want in life is going to require you shedding something to get it. Because it needs to be a balance. Everything needs to be a balance of energy. Everything needs to arise mutually. The flower arises mutually with the bumblebee. Your new body arises mutually with the pain of doing the exercises every day. And doing exercises every day, you need to shed scrolling. You need to shed hours of YouTube. You need to shed talking to people who just drain your time. You need to shed laying around eating potato chips. It's going to require you to chuck something in order to have something. And sometimes the thing that you're chucking is not potato chips. It's not even your clothes, like I said. It's not any of the physically material things that you have to get rid of or your habits. It's an emotion. It's a thought pattern. It's your identity. It's your ego. It's your way how you perceive yourself. And sometimes it's people. Sometimes it's environments. That's it for this video. If you need assistance with any of this or the things that I talk about in my other videos, icreatelines.com. I do tutoring, mentoring, therapy, coaching with individuals, relationships, families, and groups. If you are one of those, you want to change your life, I'm there for you with human design, rewiring your nervous system, breathwork, emotional support, mental support with anxiety, depression, and all kinds of addictions. Send me a message through my website or through WhatsApp or join my free Telegram channel or just find ways to get in touch with me. There's a bunch through the website, through send a pigeon. If nothing works, send a pigeon. Send a really buff pigeon, who can either a buff pigeon that can really hack it, really flap it all across Atlantic, or send a pigeon like a Taoist pigeon that knows how to get with the current and then just glide across the globe to get your message across to me. Props to all the good pigeons out there.